So I'm scrolling Twitter, looking at my slap as I usually do, at work. And then I see Xdefiant made a tweet that they're shutting down. They will keep it alive until June. And so that I ruined my fucking mood. So now I'm hunchback. I'm lowering down. I put my bottom lip out. I kick my foot. I kick some dirt. And I said, my friends look at me, what's wrong? And I said, Xdefiant is shutting down. I don't know what else to play. And so I slump over with my hand on my forehead, and and I look at my phone, and I text my buddy, Xdefiant is shutting down. And he says, oh, so that means you're playing the finals? So I say, no. Thing is, I wasn't vocal about it. I wasn't on social media like that. I definitely wasn't on YouTube. You can see this channel right now. And I'm also looking at comments and shit, so I make myself even more mad. I don't know why I do that. So now I'm thinking about how the state of the game got to this point. And it's majority of it is Ubisoft. We're going to be honest. The developers did what they could. The players did as they should. They played, they like it, they stayed. They played, they dislike it, they leave. And so both sides are letting out their joys of the game failing and their grief of the game failing. I was one of those people who really liked it. I have over 100 hours. I had fun. I was doing a little camo challenge. I got the assault rifles done. I'm doing the SMGs. You're probably looking at that right now. But that really brings up one of the main points, is that the progression there is little to none. You can get player level, which is barely anything. You get throwables, you get new guns, and characters. The characters are really just cosmetic. And the weapons, you get all the attachments, and then you start grinding for the skins. And that's it. And so now the core of your game is, for a lot of people, just boring. And that's just one part. We haven't even talked about the hit registration, the kill trading, the apparently, I guess, bunny hopping. That's such a problem. Honestly, you just gotta Maharaga that shit. You just gotta understand it. Also, our generation of gaming, life service lives or dies by how fast content gets out. Also, if it's good, but people don't really care about that. They just want it out now. In this game, no, it was real slow. We did get maps. We did get weapons. We got factions. But the rate that it was coming out was way too slow. The battle pass has a lot of good things in it. But once you reach 75, there's nothing above that. That's another part of progression that's lacking. So I've been sitting on Mon for weeks and nothing else to do. And another point of contention is the characters. Not the design, but that was definitely a point in the beginning when they had Tom Clancy's name attached to this. And we had all of our, he would have been rolling in his grave. We did that with Siege. We're doing that with this game, but they took it off. They removed that punk, whatever the fuck they call that shit.
Fights meets punk rock mosh.
But their abilities, especially DeadSec and their little spiders and cleaners and their entire existence. Then you have a pyramid of universal usefulness, like the Libertad. They're always going to be good, no matter where they are. And then you have the commandos. Now, which brings up another point, is why would I want to grind XP to get a character that I can barely use in a good chunk of the game modes? When I was looking at the new player experience and seeing that they had to grind that much for a character, what was it, like 150,000 XP? And that was a terrible grind. And then you could barely use them, or else they get completely countered. That would suck. I would go to game 2, but I was a whale, so I just bought the characters and I didn't have to go through all that. I'm sorry that you did. And bringing up the new player experience, I guess I'm bringing in the elephant in the room, the SBMM, the ooh. Another thing with modern gaming is that people got really used to being coddled. Like, if you're bad, you have easier lobbies. If you're better, you're gonna have to deal with more stress. And apparently this was a big selling point for Xdefiant, is that it didn't have SBMM. I guess. I thought it was just another COD competitor. But apparently that was a big selling point, and since it's failed, people are gonna look at this and say, "See, people do need SBMM," but is that really why? Is it? Because I feel it's more of a, it's owned by Ubisoft. Because the way they've been operating, it is definitely like the upgrade people. The suits, they'll say that, yep, this is what we need to do, and then they push it out. It gets backlash, and they say, "What? This was supposed to make us so much money." And so now they're losing money, and they cutting off any loose ends they have, and Xdefiant is one of them. And one shout out that I have to give out is to Mark Rubin. Him being the lead for this game, it showed that he really did care. He really did have passion for this, but he was linked up with probably one of the worst companies. I can picture this man and all the people that worked with him in an office with a bunch of suits towering over him saying,
You can make the next card killer ride.
and it says, "Yeah, we can try."
You don't try it yet, dude. Especially with our vast array of iconic IPs. Don't you want that chance, Mr. Mark?
And it says, "Yeah." And he signed that paper. And it says,
Alright, back to the mice.
and it says, "What?" I feel like the people developing, the people that were still there, they wanted the game to be good, but Ubisoft said, "No, that's way too much money. We got to do something else." Black Samurai, and we see how that panned out. I fucking hate Ubisoft. If anything, fuck Ubisoft. I fuck all the whole. Ugh, fuck Ubisoft, bro.